Good morning. I'm Storm Track 13 meteorologist Claudia Olech, bringing you an update on the current activity that's moving in, but also what that could mean for our afternoon, as we are still under a fairly higher potential for stronger thunderstorms. Right now, most of those showers and storms that you're seeing here behind me, this line of storms moving into northern Illinois, is going to continue to move in as we head into the next several hours over our morning. So we will continue to monitor this. Some heavy rain associated with this, along with some showers and thunderstorms, producing even gusty winds, even hail possible throughout the morning. So that's something we're going to watch out for. But right now, you're seeing most of that activity moving into places like Freeport, also slowly moving into really the western part of Ogle County. So places like Forreston, followed by Oregon, Byron, even Dixon, going to start to see some of those showers and thunderstorms. Downpours are possible, so if you're heading out the door or know anyone heading out the door, let them know that we do have this line of storms moving in. Could bring some gusty winds, and we'll watch for that potential for even hail to develop. But what we do know is some heavy rain is associated with this, so you could see even some pooling in the roadways in case you haven't potentially noticed already. So take the drive slow for today. 1 to 2 inches is possible in some spots. Another thing that we'll notice is mild temperatures. We are going to jump into the upper 60s, pretty close to the 70s, with your gusts near about 40 miles per hour. So very windy for today, and on top of all of that, we are still going to track those thunderstorms. So here they are on future track. They will continue to move through. This is about 8:45. They slowly start to exit. As we get closer to about 10 o'clock, we'll notice a lot of that quickly moving east, and it looks like we could taper things off once we get towards 11 and even the early afternoon. We could even clear out enough to see some sunshine, which, if you remember, on days where we have that severe potential, sun is not a good thing. It only adds extra energy and helps recharge the atmosphere. We are still looking at this potential. It looks like it could have actually been updated recently. It looks like 3 out of 5 for those further to the southeast there. That does include parts of Lee, DeKalb County. The rest of us under a 2 out of 5, parts of even southern Wisconsin now dropping to a level 1. But regardless, we are still looking at all hazards possible: tornadoes, hail, and a wind threat. It all depends on what this morning shapes up to be. So with those showers rolling out quickly, it could lead to some likely severe weather. If the showers are slow to leave, it's going to shift that potential away from the area, mainly southeast. So it'll be near and south and east of I-55, for example. So that's well out of our DMA here. And again, it's really going to depend on how the next few hours shape up. Here's future track later today. One of these models really struggles to see any redevelopment. We could see a cell or two, but notice a lot of that is further southeast. Rest of us trending to stay dry. So we'll have to see how that entire activity shapes up over the next several hours as we head throughout the morning. But I'll bring you back to that radar loop, just a wider view of everything that we are seeing right now. Showers and thunderstorms continue to move through, and we're going to track this for the next several hours as it really starts to taper off once we get closer to lunchtime. So right now we're hearing some rumbles of thunder, areas of heavy rain moving through parts of the area, and this will continue to move through. You could see that line over the next few hours. A little bit of a closer look. Looks like some rounds of heavy rain and thunderstorm activity right now is moving into parts of northern Winnebago County, heading towards places like Beloit, Janesville. Already hearing the rumbles of thunder. That'll continue to move through Freeport. You are right on the cusp there of some of the thunderstorms rolling in as well. So we'll continue to see this. Have the umbrellas close by. On top of all of that, some of these storms could still produce gusty winds and even hail, so something we're going to monitor until this slides out. Heavy rain is expected on top of all of this. In case you haven't already seen that or even heard it throughout the morning, 1 to 2 inches of rain possible, and that could lead to some puddles in the roads. Some of that drainage also bringing some puddles as well. So keep this in mind, keep those drives slow. Otherwise, we do end up getting a little bit of dry time once we get closer to lunch. The temperatures will also jump into the 60s, gusts near 40 miles per hour as we continue to track the showers and thunderstorms. So here's 8:45 moving into about central part of our area as it continues to push east. Some showers and storms still with us closer to 10, but notice once we get through the 11 o'clock hour, things start to clear out. We could even see enough clearing to bring sunshine, which would not be the best news on a day that we have that potential lined up. And here's your updated severe risk. Right now, those further southeast, we're looking at DeKalb, parts of Lee County under a 3 out of 5. The rest of us a 2 out of 5 for all hazards still possible. Wind, hail, tornadoes, the damaging wind gusts are going to be the biggest concern. All of this depends on how this morning shapes up. The thunderstorms clear out fast enough. We get the atmosphere to recharge. Severe thunderstorms are likely area wide. However, if we do see the activity linger and it's slow to leave, severe weather is likely, at least that potential, it will be shifted further southeast, well away of our area. So here's a little snippet of what that looks like on one model. Really struggling to see some redevelopment here, and most of that further southeast. And rest of us stay pretty quiet. So that is one of the scenarios. But again, we very well could see those thunderstorms redeveloping as we head into the afternoon. It's really going to depend on what we see throughout the next few hours. At the moment, the scenario that is favored is the one where that threat shifts away from our area. Regardless, there is still room for that to change. So make sure you're following the forecast. We will keep you updated and posted on air, online. All our platforms will have this information. We will be live at 13 News at noon. So at 12 o'clock, be sure to join us for the latest. We will, of course, know a lot more at that point, and then we'll continue to see updates further into the afternoon and provide them to you as well. So I hope everyone has a great and safe Wednesday. Be sure to follow along with all of our updates, and thank you so much for joining me.